Alrighty, so I have showing on my screen both CIT93 and CIT95, so JavaScript and Python. And you both classes have coming up in the last week of October, your Dev 1. And of course, your requirements are different. Those you'll check. The one thing you both share, well, a couple things, but the one thing you do share is that you both need to use some type of debugging tools to walk me through your code. So getting used to that, and I've covered it in both classes as part of the requirements. Well, what I want to say in this short video is I'm releasing the sign up schedule. Okay. Now, and let me just show you a picture of it. Here is the sign up schedule that will be attached to the email that you're getting from this email, from this video is inside of an email that you got through your Canvas email system. Okay. So hopefully, and you're checking that. So the week it's due, right? So we can look at corresponding the dates on here to here, but just know that week it's due. I have shaded these in purple so you can clearly see that before the due date, you can change the code, okay? Now, the idea is for you to come in with as complete code as you can, but that's also the idea of what we talked about last time, which is signing up for a review or an assistance session. Okay, just so I know, because the thing is, on a review session, I would ask you to submit your code as much of a time before that you can, so that I can have a chance to at least look through the code and have some ideas about where you're going and any feedback that I might have. So that's helpful to me, is to know that. But I also did this schedule a little more simplistically based on some feedback I got from Jason on my CIT93, my JavaScript class, because he wasn't clear on some things. And so I think this is hopefully a change that will help clarify the fact that you can see me this week. Of course, that's the best time to see me. And best meaning you can, if anything comes out, you can still change that code and resubmit before the due date. Depending on the level of change you need to make to the code, with you and I will have a discussion about whether that's where warrants a new code review, but chances are probably pretty good that if you have working code and it's just minor things, you'll be fine. Okay. And then the red denotes, okay, that shift from, because that due date is Thursday night at midnight, really, when I get up on Friday morning, right? But any review schedule, any code review or assistance, but, I'm really kind of talking more here about code review, then that code is as it is with no changes, meaning I'm going to grade it as is, okay? So keep that in mind. And here's the other thing I want you to know about this schedule is that really this is just my office hours. That's really all this is. So, and the reason I'm having you sign up so people clearly know when their dates are. Okay. If there's nobody signed up, of course you can come in. But here's the other thing that I've done. And I'm just going to show you this, or tell you this if you haven't already realized it, is that I have changed Zoom to now allow for a waiting room. And the reason is that I had a couple of situations where students came in to a code review and was in need of something, but I was in the middle of a code review. So just know that if you attempt to come into Zoom, first, I would say definitely during these weeks, check to see if somebody signed up. If I have somebody reach out to me, I will just put put something in here to let you know that. But for the most part, using this is really helpful to also those students that might just be wanting some last minute, based on my schedule, code assistance. So check this, come into Zoom if nobody signed up, okay? And do know that in the waiting room, if there's a waiting room as soon as you get in, and that waiting room, I will allow people in as it comes clear that whatever I'm doing is coming to an end, right? Or if it's just a general question and answer, kind of session. So just know that weight rooms are now are enabled in my Zoom, and that allows me to control a little more what's happening inside of the room. So please just keep that in mind. The other thing is, since our last code review, Zoom has changed, and most of you already got this, but I'm not putting it in here yet. I will put it after the video just because I don't want the general web YouTube. Not that I think a lot of people are watching my stuff, but at least I don't want that here. But look at the bottom here for that content of the link and the passcode that you need to get in, because passcodes are now required. And actually, I had already required them, but they were built into the URL, but now they need to be separated, right? So again, I am releasing this schedule right here on the really on the 20th of October, right? So I'm releasing it a little bit earlier to give you a chance to look at that. I already have a few people reached out to me this week for code reviews during the week before. I even got signups going, which is great. But just know and understand the schedule as it exists, and then come prepared, come with working code. Make sure you understand the requirements that are listed in the dev one. Do remember, for both classes, there is only 3 of these dev projects. And so we're on our second one, which means we're now over halfway through the course. Okay? All right. Hope this helps you understand, and I will talk to you soon.